Good day, Alcorn and surrounding areas. This is your daily news beat brought to you by WPRL 91.7 FM. In national news out of New York, federal officials confirmed a tiger at the Bronx Zoo tested positive for COVID-19, the first known instance of a tiger being infected with the virus. Nadia, a 4-year-old Malayan tiger, was tested after her sister Azul, 2 Amir tigers, and 3 African lions developed a dry cough. The animals are all expected to recover. The United States Department of Agriculture's National Veterinary Services Laboratories confirmed the test on Sunday and are working with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, along with state animal and public health leaders, to determine whether animals at the zoo or in other areas should be tested for COVID-19. In other national news, Maryland police have found the body of Maeve Kennedy Townsend McKean, the granddaughter of Robert F. Kennedy, who has been missing since her canoe disappeared in the choppy waters of the Chesapeake Bay on April 2nd. After a days-long search that involved aviation and underwater imaging sonar technology, police and members of the Charles County Dive and Rescue recovered McKean's body in 25 feet of water about 2.5 miles south of her mother's Shadyside, Maryland residence, according to a release from Maryland Natural Resources Police. It is from this residence that authorities believe McKean, 40, had launched a canoe to retrieve a missing ball with her 8-year-old son, Gideon. Police believe strong winds and heavy seas prevented the pair from paddling back to shore. The Maryland Natural Resources Police will resume search operations for Gideon. In entertainment news, Bill Weathers, who wrote and sang soulful songs such as Lean on Me and Ain't No Sunshine, has died from heart complications, his family said in a statement to the Associated Press. He was 81 years old. The 3-time Grammy Award winner died March 30th in Los Angeles, the statement said. His death comes as the public has drawn inspiration from his music during the coronavirus pandemic. We are devastated by the loss of our beloved, devoted husband and father, a solitary man with a heart driven to connect to the world at large with his poetry and music. He spoke honestly to people and connected them to each other, the family statement read. In other entertainment news, Pink says she tested positive for the coronavirus 2 weeks ago and has since beaten it. 2 weeks ago, my 3-year-old son Jameson and I were showing symptoms of COVID-19. Fortunately, our primary care physician had access to tests and I tested positive, she wrote on Instagram. The 40-year-old pop star called it an absolute travesty and failure of our government to not make testing more widely accessible. She pledged $500,000 to supporting healthcare professionals on the front lines, including $500,000 to the Temple University Hospital Emergency Fund in Philadelphia in honor of her mother, Judy Moore, who worked at the hospital for over 18 years. In weather, currently it is cloudy and 73 degrees. Tonight's low is expected to be 69 degrees. This news brief has been brought to you by WPRL 91.7 FM. We're now returning to your regularly scheduled program. The Dr. Clinton Bristol Dining Hall is changing the dining hall hours amid COVID-19. Brunch box and lunch hours are from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Dinner hours are from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. The dining hall is also now a cash-free zone, and only gold cards with preloaded meal plan funds, cash or credit, will be allowed to enter the dining hall. For any questions or concerns, contact 601-877-4009. That number again is 601-877-4009. Are you interested in being part of the Alcorn State University's cheer team? Well, now's your chance. You can now email Coach Barnes at alcorncheer@gmail.com with your name, classification, stunning and tumbling footage, and / any questions you may have. That email again is at alcorncheer@gmail.com. You can also contact them through their Instagram page at alcorncheer. That page again is at alcorncheer. So for today's speaking segment, we are going to talk about 5 things you can do while you're at home. And I thought this week was the perfect time to do this since I know the state of Mississippi and other states just put shelter-in-place orders in, which you should adhere to. And I think it's really important to have something to do during this time because doing nothing while being sick at home can get really overwhelming and result in the weakening of our mental state and our mental health overall. So during this time, I find that we must keep our minds strong and sharp. So the first thing on my list of things you can do while stuck at home is to, number 1, meditate and clean. I have found meditating to be so important. Just finding that quiet space and putting that soft music in the background and just getting into a reflective zone is very helpful. And I put cleaning along with meditating because I know that for me personally, when I clean and when I have a clean space, it just makes me feel so much better, just like meditating does. So the second thing on my list to do while you're at home is to listen to some podcasts or watch some documentaries. And I put these two together because they can help stimulate the brain. Podcasts are really good to listen to, and trust me, you will definitely find a podcast that can cater to your interests, whether it's serious podcasts or a lighthearted podcast. Podcasts are for anyone, and you can find something that you really like, trust me. Also, watching documentaries is a good thing to do during this time, just to see the world from different point of views. And I know that Netflix has some really good documentaries that you guys can check out. The third thing on my list to do while you're stuck at home is to reignite or start a passion project or do just simple arts and crafts. And when I say passion projects, I mean things that might not necessarily cater towards your career or what you want to do in life, but things that you really believe in, but you put on the back burner. Now's the time to do it, whether it's writing that book or writing that script or arts and craft, painting, whatever you want to do, just go out and do it, especially since you're stuck at home. The fourth thing on my list to do while you're stuck at home is home workouts. We still need to exercise while we're at home. There are plenty of videos on YouTube and articles about home workouts that you can do. And you can also make up your own or even just go for a walk. So the fifth and final thing on my list that you can do while stuck at home is building your cooking skills. And I know that since most restaurants are closed or you might not feel comfortable going out to eat, now's the time to get more into cooking. And cook for yourself and your family can also be the healthier option to do. So just a recap of 5 things you can do while stuck at home. Number 1, meditate and clean. Number 2, listen to some podcasts or watch some documentaries. Number 3, reignite or start that passion project. Number 4, home workouts. And lastly, number 5, build on your cooking skills. So that concludes this week's speaking segment as well as this week's video. I would like to thank everyone for watching, listening, and subscribing. A new video will be out next week. Ciao for now.